few weeks ago, a couple months ago now, a group of us came in upset about the way you went about your application for Title I funding. Following meeting, you stood up and you gave a report about how you have involvement with parents. And then you had the gall to turn and said, I even recently met with Mr. Wagner in my office. Cindy, when we met in your office, you did. You have an open door policy. I came in to tell you that my 5th grade daughter was being sexually harassed on your playground by a 4th grade boy. That has zero to do with Title I funding. And you had the gall to use that as some kind of feather in your political bonnet to discredit me and the people that came to you all with a complaint and a concern. You used my 5th grade daughter in your political game. Cindy, after that meeting, you promised to phone call me. You didn't. And then we met, my wife and I, with you on June 21st to update you, to let you know that our daughter, she confided in us further that it wasn't just sexual harassment, that it was sexual assault, that she was groped multiple times by that boy. That happened because the people who were watching your playground were not trained, much like our friend here says that your people aren't trained for an active shooter. They're not trained for sexual assault. She said on day 3 to the person on her recess that she was being harassed. And nothing was done. I wasn't notified. Nobody was notified. I didn't find out until day 10 that he was harassing my daughter over and over again, saying things so vile that I won't repeat them here because of those little kids over there. You responded by having an untrained principal investigate that situation. An untrained principal who has never dealt with sexual harassment before did it on her own. She called my daughter a guinea pig 5 times when I met with her. 5 times. She called my daughter a guinea pig. She thanked us for the opportunity to learn on our daughter. Because of the lack of training. And because of the lack of response, my daughter is now twerking at 4-H meetings. She's never done that before. The entire world was opened up to her because of a lack of response. And that falls on your head, not on Mrs. Gonzalez, not on anybody else. That falls on your head. At our meeting on June 21st, you promised a swift response. I got an email from you today. An email, not a phone call. And in that email, you let us know that the sheriff's department was notified. I know! The sheriff's department called me 2 weeks ago. But you didn't. That is dereliction of duty, Cindy. What do you have to say for yourself? I'll wait.
So, this public forum is not to come in here and demand responses out of the superintendent that should probably be taken up in her office.
I've tried. I have clearly done that. This is the only option. We have to come here and bring it up. Of course I'm going to bring it up now. These people deserve to know that their kids are in danger. He said it, and now I'm saying it. These kids in this community are in danger because nobody's responding. On day 3, she said she was being harassed. On day 10, she was assaulted. Tell me, where do I go then? Please. Who has training to respond to that?
Well, I'm not sure who has had any specific training other than maybe Mr. Casals. But when you put a new administrator in place, you can't get them trained on every aspect of the job in 1 year, I promise you. You can't, because they got too many other duties.
Okay.
I'm very sorry this did happen, but
So, why was an outside investigator not brought in? Cindy, please, I would love to hear.
This isn't the first time this kid did it either. The staff knew about this kid, so it's not like this was the first time that it should have been investigated. Are you gonna respond?
No, I'm not gonna respond in a public setting.
But you're not responding in a private setting either.
I will not respond in a public setting, but I have responded privately.
Not the way you should have.
okay.
I'm not yielding my time.
Sir, you are yielding.
I'm not
This
yielding my
meeting,
time.
You
I
are
will-
running
guess
this
what?
meeting,
You
I
wanna-
run this meeting.
You want to call the sheriff, call the sheriff. But I'm not leaving. This is my First Amendment right. I am not leaving. I will continue talking about what happened. Because I want an answer. So you're telling me that you don't know who is supposed to respond to a sexual assault or a sexual harassment complaint. Is that what you're saying? You don't know. I'm asking you.
No, you said who was trained. I said, I don't know who is trained other than Mr. Casals.
Okay.
That's in our
Cindy
school
respond?
system.
Cindy,
So does anybody else know? Has anybody had training as to what to do in a sexual harassment or a sexual assault situation? Anybody in this room?
Mr. Wagner, I'm just gonna remind you that during public comment, it's for you to give comments, it's not for a conversation. If you'd like to have a further conversation, we can schedule that, but as Mr. Riley has said, we have an agenda we're going to go through. We do have a Title IX process, and we do have an investigation process.
You do.
Yes, sir, we do.
Well, that was never brought up to me when I brought that to you.
We're gonna proceed with our meeting now, sir.
No, wait. That's a great point. That's a great statement. What about that? You have a Title IX process, right?
Yes, and we have policies about that.
none of that happened.
None of that was brought up to us.
We'll have you file a Title IX complaint.
Yes, who is supposed to bring that up?
The parents can file a Title IX complaint, I
And-
believe you talked with Mr.
This is the first time you have brought that up to us. That is the first time you've brought that up to me. So who do I go to talk to about this Title IX?
Well, I think we've already talked to Mr. Burnett about
Okay.
it.
Mr. Burnett? Great.
We've already talked to him.
Yeah.
So if he told you where the form is at, and if I can file one, we can.
But
pursue
you said nothing about that when we met.
that. No, I did not.
No, you did not. See, the board, she's not trained on Title IX. I suggest each one of you go and read Title IX. I suggest each one of you, because she's put your district in peril.
I think you all have children or grandchildren right about that age.
Thank you.
Yeah.
for your